And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica in her irresistible smile. What is you talking about? Ooh. Huh? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, we've read this. We read this. Do I read this or do I skip? Her name is just not the... It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I always walk to school alone. I can't even get it to character. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always an anime club, but it's not like I should have joined the anime club. But there's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and before I know it, I can't even read. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. I pack up my things and I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them will probably be way too demanding for me to even want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Jade? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally did expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Besides, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? So we just reset? I've been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Aha, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that, but it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, just one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Jade, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance that you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Jade. You know that, right? It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica in her irresistible smile. What is you talking about? I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Oh my god. This game, I'm gonna have to turn you off. It's 10 o'clock at night, y'all. I can't. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? This music is loud. No, I think it's just, I have it loud in my headphones. Oh, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. I can't even do the accents, y'all. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyways, welcome to the club, Jade. All words escape me in this situation. This club, is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyways, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet the both of you. So, I ran into Jade in the classroom, and she decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought someone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry, I didn't forget that. I just happened to run into her. Well, in that case, I guess I should make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come and sit down, Jade? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate, right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table. Do y'all remember Sayori? Hello, do y'all remember a girl named Sayori? Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down a teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Teachers, do they remember Sayori? I need to ask. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Did we read all these voice lines before? Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I can enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Jade, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in these past years, I don't have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. I mean, well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorite are usually the novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. I thought she used to like horror. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And them telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's so obvious by the way that her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Are we gonna have to read and do all of this over again? Like, I don't want to have to make y'all sit through the same stuff again. I desperately grasp something that I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Monika, back up, girl. I expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really? If a story makes me think or takes me into another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind at the last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud and give it back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think it's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and even showing the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable to share hers. If we have to go through all these poems again, y'all, either I'm turning the game off or I'm cutting a lot of this out when I'm editing because I can't do another 4 or 5 poems. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We probably should start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, that way, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Jade? Hold on, there's still one more problem. I haven't agreed to join yet. I haven't agreed. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, like the anime club. I lose my train of thought. All 3 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. I'm sorry, I thought, The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Jade. The thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's one like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club seems pretty relaxed. So if writing is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Jade? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all of this, I would be super pissed. Jade, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. All right, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Jade, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Go to Sayori's house. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between 3 girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica and Sayori. Will I really be happy spending every day in the school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? We're gonna do our best to pick happy stuff. Let's just pick happy stuff. Party, smile, beauty, amazing. I think bliss is happy, right? Bliss. Prayer, we need it. Cheer, hope, extraordinary, hearts, silly, promise, laugh, pure, sparkle, fun. Okay, I'm getting a lot of Natsuki. Calm, pink, jump, or skirt, sunset, warm. Oh my gosh, what is that? Who drew that? Hi again, Jade. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Jade. I don't want to click next. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you had planned to come here and hang out or what, but don't take it seriously and then you won't see the end of it. Monica, I can't even read. Monica, y'all, I can't. I don't want to click what's next. I can't read. They're getting closer? They're getting closer. They're getting closer. Am I tripping or are they getting closer? It looks like they're getting closer. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Jade. What are you sorry about? We'll make sure to put your comfort first. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointing glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Why is she so close? I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. I don't want to try that bad. So even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. Don't show me the cover. Don't show me the cover. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading so much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Thank you. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Can we go in the closet? Can I? Did I just go in the closet? I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed with something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Wow. I didn't know I could do that. You looking for something in there? Effing Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides over a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. Read manga, right? Sometimes manga is one of those things where you can't admit that you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst the stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. Then she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, then you can do it right through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Jade. Don't judge a book. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. Don't show me nothing. Don't show me nothing. I don't want to see it. She shoves the book right into my hands. I don't want it. I stare at the cover. Don't show me the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Where we're going. Then she takes a seat against the wall beneath the window sills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We couldn't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not like I can say that this is particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space that she hopes I won't. While she hopes I won't notice. Sorry, guys. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you even paying attention? Paying attention to what? What am I paying attention to? I am, but there's nothing really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you are just watching me read, well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something like you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not, well, I really wouldn't know. Well, I really wouldn't know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? It makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I guess I can't even keep it up in my own room. My dad would beat the stuff out of me if he found this out. At least it's safe here in the club room. Oh, this is sad again. So her dad abuses her. So she's happy to be a part of the club. Except Monica is kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can't I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying it yourself, right? This is too close for my liking. I'm so uneasy right now. So? Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Y'all, time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Don't. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki, don't wake her up. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey. Oh geez. Oh, she started tweaking. Natsuki, are you okay? Chills. She's tweaking. Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it into Natsuki's direction. This is like a nightmare. This is what it feels like. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor. She threw it on the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give. She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Jade. She's fine. It happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyways, why don't we all share poems now? Natsuki, are you okay, girl? I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the things that I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Well then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said, well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem. It made me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. I can't win with this girl. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki retorts and gets caught in her throat. Ugh, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're already self-important. I'm pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki really must hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Oh, I'm so glad it's short. What's behind? Okay. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read but hits you hard. We already read this, you guys. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set a purpose for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it meant to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Monica, I'm scared of you. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start speaking. She don't like it. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. You're really shady for vice president. She's shady. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No, did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I realize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not really something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't even be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under a light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. These are the same poems. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Girl, that was like 20 seconds. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm glad you really liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Well, can you contact Sayori? Because we got a situation here. A real situation. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Jade. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you only did glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. It makes me happy that you think that. Are her eyes red? Have her eyes always been red like that? Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. Counting on you. Hi, Jade. Having a good time so far? No! Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm scared of Monica. I'm much better off than just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyways, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to. Don't worry, Jade. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Jade. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, geez. No. It's the kind of poem that makes me think of something Natsuki would write. She's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because of her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. She is messy. Why are you talking? But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. What is the anyways? Do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I'll always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but burned my eyes no longer can see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sounds of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crickle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. I don't remember this one. So, what do you think? I think it's very freeform, if that's what you call it. I'm sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. Don't show me. Just, I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets fixated on a specific point, but if you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Can I go in the closet? It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. The music? Okay, I can't go in the closet. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read it in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Come on, Vice Prez. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Jade did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Jade liked my poem too, you know. She even told me she was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. The music. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. You're just jealous that Jade appreciates my advice, then she appreciated yours. And how did you know that she didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size as soon as Jade started showing up. Natsuki, this doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurity on others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? We was talking edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too... This music. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate. If you want to prove everything, so y'all should hear the music. I don't even think y'all can. Stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the F is wrong with your head? Yuri's cussing? Yeah, go on. Let Jade hear everything you really think. I'm sure she'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as if she noticed I was just standing here. Jade, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Ooh, what? Was that the wrong choice? Oh, okay. Hey Jade, why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyways, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Are they gonna make me spend time with her? Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She crying? She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Jade, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. Yuri, it's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it tomorrow. Completely. What you mean by that, Monica? What you mean she gonna forget about it completely? Lord. Anyways, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me as if she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go home first, Monica. I'd like to stay here a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please just let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Jade. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I really don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. Okay, so this time we're going to pick the bad poem, or bad words. Broken, massacre, tears, anxiety, alone, anger, unstable. I know Papa's bad. Hopeless, frightening, death, suicide, Sayori, memories, disaster, dark, sadness, fear, grief, disoriented, misery. What's next? Do I want to continue? All right, you guys, we are going to continue this at another point. Your girl need a break. That was heavy. I did get spooked just a little bit. You know, I ain't gonna, count or nothing. Warm. I would like to know what's going on. Like, look at our girl Sayori. Like, this last chapter, like, they don't even remember her. It's just as if she was never there. Can't wait to see what the next episode is going to be like. With that being said, that is going to go ahead and wrap up the video for today. Go ahead and drop a like on the video, drop a comment down below. Let me know what y'all are thinking about the playthrough so far. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, or if you're new. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video.